University's NCAA women's basketball players. Everybody wants to know, what do you and Mark think about, like, say, the top 10? Okay, yeah. Who do you guys have in your top 10? I think everybody knows who's number one. We're not even going to talk about her right now, but let's hop into the top 10 of NCAA women's basketball players. We're going to start off with one young, Aaliyah Edwards from UConn. She's averaging 17 and 9, as you guys can see, two assists. I think she's like the leader of this team. I know Paige is like way up there and she's doing her thing, but this girl right here, she brings the energy for UConn's team.
Right. I like her, man. I mean, she's on a top tier program, which is kind of, gotten a secondary nod because of South Carolina jumping into the fray. But anytime you're on a UConn team, you've been heavily recruited. But you've been heavily recruited. You're there for a reason, because you're a star in this country. And Aaliyah Edwards is a star. She's a monster on the boards, man. Monster.
Right. And just remember, only our top 3 are ranked. All the rest of these girls, we just threw them into our top 10.
Kind of fillers.
So just make sure you understand that. Next one we're
fillers
going to go
in the crab cake.
Yeah. There you go. Next one we're going to go with is your girl, Mark. Tell me about your girl right here.
This is one of my favorite players of the year, man. Listen, I saw her play the game against was it LSU, I think, or was it South Carolina? I think it was South Carolina. And man, she was unguardable. They could not handle her, man. That's the first time I really seen her other than highlights. And she's a big body. To shoot 55% from the field, big body. But
what's your NBA comparison for her?
Gosh, she's like a Rick Mahorn. Or Rick Mahorn. If you guys want to take it back that far, we can go Rick Mahorn. I can't think of anybody right now.
I was thinking about maybe a Charles Barkley.
Maybe Charles Barkley. Yeah, but big in skills and big in size, but definitely skill with their hands, So and just got a good court vision on her too.
Yeah, I call her the dump truck, man. She's the dump truck.
Back it on up.
Back it on up. Yeah, back it on up. All right, so we're gonna go number 7, Cameron Brink from Stanford University. She's averaging basically 18 and 12. Stanford's doing extremely well. She's that center that she kind of reminds me of Filipowski from Duke, from Duke University on the men's side, right? She does everything. She can go outside a little bit, hit a jump shot, take you inside. She's really, really good on the boards. I think she's fantastic.
I think so too. And she's got a great court awareness. When I see when people drive on her and she's like right behind them, you think she's going to miss the play, but because she's 6'4", she gets that block. I'm going to see her statistics on blocks, but she's definitely built for the next level. I'm surprised, being from Beaverton, she didn't go to the University of Oregon. I'm surprised they didn't recruit her more heavily than Stanford, but great player.
They might have, but maybe she wanted to get that Stanford education.
That's to go. It's top notch.
Yep. Okay. Next one, Lauren Gooston. Tell me about this one.
I mean, she's a senior, man, out of Utah. I mean, I've seen her play a couple of times this season. She's got some great up and under moves. A nice little jump shot. Anytime you're averaging a double in the Division I, it's all good, man. It's tough enough as it is to score in Division I, but to average a double like she does, and almost two or three assists a game, all good in the hood.
That's right. She is the number 1 rebounder in the country right now, averaging 15 rebounds a game.
That's crazy, man.
Oh man, she can really, really rebound the ball. Big body. I mean, she's 6'1", but she's wide. Right. Wide body. Next we got on the list is your girl, my girl, Ria Jackson. Ria Jackson is nothing but flavor, man. She's just like, she got that. She's got that flavor on the outside. She can hit the 3. She can take you in the mid range. She does all 3 different levels of scoring. Plus, she's a pretty good defender as well. She moves really well. And I just recently looked at the upcoming draft board, and they got her like top 5 in the draft, in the WNBA draft. Yeah, so she can go.
She can go. I watched her today against South Carolina. Not sure how many points she had today, but she was doing her thing, man. She's tall and long. And she's from Detroit, so she's tough. She's tough. And averaging 20 and 8 is always a good thing. And Tennessee is, of course, just one of the premier programs in the country was a great way to have somebody like Ria Jackson, man. Awesome player.
That's right. Right. What did I call him? Ricky? It's Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky.
Dum dum. Yeah. Not Ricky. It's Ricky. Dum dum. Anyway,
I thought that was your pet name for hey, Ricky, shoot
Ricky.
that thing. Yeah.
All right, Mark. Tell me about Elizabeth Kitley out of Virginia Tech.
Silky, smooth player. I mean, she's a big girl, and now 6'6", 6'7", with Cardozo at South Carolina is the height thing. The women have really I don't know what they're eating, but she's a solid player. Is shooting 55% from the field, and averaging that double. She's a tremendous rebounder and a heavy presence in the lane, man. Nice player.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. And Virginia Tech of late has been really, really good. They've been top 10ish. They went to the Final Four last year, right?
I think they did. So, not a known basketball women's program, but hey,
right. So no, she can really. I saw them play against Notre Dame this past week. They took an L, but I was like, man, that girl, she can go, man. She can really, really go. All right, let's talk about the Bayou Barbie. We got to talk about her.
When I first saw her play, I was like, when she was at Maryland, and she was like, she wasn't like as flash. She definitely wasn't as flashy on court as she is now. But she is legitimate trash talker, and she can back it up. Man, she's averaging that double. She could do a little better from the free throw line, I think. I think as she gets drafted in the WNBA, her numbers may go up a little bit. But she's a bona fide trash talker, and she's a bona fide player. She's really solid. Yeah,
she's got a really high motor. That's what I like about her. She's relentless. That's my number one thing about Angel Reese. She's relentless, especially when somebody pisses her off. It irritates her. She really goes. The thing I think she's really lacking is a mid-range jump shot.
Right.
She cannot shoot from the free throw line extended to save her life. So she's going to have to develop that over time when she gets into the WNBA. But if that's the only thing that's missing out of her game right now, that's okay, because she's still giving you 19 and 13 every night. Right. And she's the leader of who I think is one of the best teams in the country. Forget the rankings. I still think LSU right now is one of the top teams in the country. So definitely. She's a killer. Now, these next three women, I know y'all know who number one is, but these next three are ranked. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. All three of these women are must-see TV. Right. Period. If you know they're coming on, hit your little DVR or whatever. If you're not going to be around, you got to see these three. And they start off with one super young Hannah Hidalgo out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, just a little spitfire. I mean, she kind of reminds me of Gene Smith at Georgetown. Just a racing defender and just gets after the ball, man. I mean, you look around, but you wouldn't think that somebody like that would average 23 on a Fighting Irish team, but she does, man. And she gets at 5'6", averaging almost 7-8 rebounds a game. Man, go figure, crazy. Man. Toughness.
It's crazy. And guess what, Mark? Guess what she leads the country in?
What's that?
Steals.
Wow.
She is the leader in the country in steals, man. This little 5'6", what'd you call her? Spark plug? Spitfire. Man, she is. I've probably seen her play 10 times this season, and she's just a bundle of energy, man. She just goes, man. And I've seen some of the interviews after the games. She's just awesome. She's just really, really, really awesome. So Hannah Hidalgo as our number 3 girl women's basketball player in the country. Number 2, it rhymes. 2 rhymes with what, Mark?
2 rhymes with Jew.
Double up.
Juju.
There you go.
You know what she can do.
That's right.
To me, Juju Watkins, I watched her play a couple of games in high school, and the defense was kind of inferior. A lot of teams they played were very, very much low level teams, but you could see the way she was going to develop, and she's just a freshman. I don't know how long she's going to stay at USC with the NIL deals and everything, but she's daggone near dropping 30 a game right now, and You called it the way she plays as a familiar player that we both know who she plays like, man. Talk to us about that.
She is the female version. I'm all about comparisons, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know the NBA as well as I should, but I know I don't know the WNBA as well as I should, but I know the NBA.
Right.
This is the female version of Stay Mellow, of Carmelo Anthony, right? Her
I love Melo, but
her footwork is impeccable.
Right.
The mid range, the pull up hezzies, the hezzy Jimbos, everything she does it looks just like Melo, and I just completely love it. The only thing I can say about her, she's got to start going left, and I want her to rebound a little bit more, like just really, really get physical with it. But she's she is must see TV for me. Like, to be honest with you, out of all these girls we have just mentioned, women we have just mentioned, to me she's the one I gotta see. Right. Like I'm studying, trying to figure out when is USC playing, right? I completely love her game. She goes hard, and guess what? She plays almost emotionless. She doesn't like get too high, too low about jack, and I love it, man. She's fantastic.
I like that demeanor about her. I love it because you don't get a lot of people who are that even keeled on their demeanor with the basketball, and that's a sign of pure confidence in her game, and she definitely doesn't lack that at all.
Yeah, no doubt. She's just awesome. I don't know what else to say. I think the sky's the limit for her. I think she'll be a better WNBA player because it'll be more open for her to really get down. Because now teams are, they doubling and, damn near almost triple teaming her. But when she gets to the WNBA, you're not gonna be able to do that. And she's gonna be able to get off. So man, she's great. All right, look, last one on the list. Y'all know who this is. Without further ado, of course, is Caitlyn Clark. And be honest with you, Mark, it's Caitlyn Clark and everybody else down here. Down here, right? Yeah. Caitlyn Clark is so much better than everybody else right now. She's a mix between KD, Steph Curry, all the great guards that you've ever seen. Her demeanor is unbelievable. What she's doing off campus, off the court is unbelievable. She just declared for the WNBA draft. I don't have anything else to say, but she is her.
Yeah, she is. And to add to that, man, Caitlyn Clark is just like we talked about this last week. She's a transitional player. She's a once in a lifetime type sister, and she pulls it from half court with ease. I mean, most guys can't do that at all. Right. That just goes to attest to her gym prowess. I know she shoots like 500 shots a day, and her court vision. We talk about seeing the whole court as a guard, I think they list her generously at 6 feet. But man, she plays like she's 6'5", like silky smooth. And the decision to move on to the next level was probably the best decision she could make because of what else does she have to prove at the NCAA level, except for winning a championship? Nothing. I know she wants to do that. So we'll see if that comes to fruition this year. But just a fantastic person to watch, sister to watch. I love. She's pay-per-view to me any day.
Now, Mark, let me ask you something. This is what's crazy about this list. We just gave y'all 10 high-level NCAA women's basketball players, right? Not one person from what team?
God, not one person from UConn?
South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina.
Not one person from South Carolina's team. And I'm going to just say, because South Carolina has basically 2 starting fives,
right?
Nobody on that team really puts in heavy numbers, right?
No,
even Cardozo's not averaging that much. Pow's not averaging that much. Breeze, all these girls not averaging that much. So it's hard, but collectively, they're by far the best team in the country, right? Definitely. So don't get anybody twisted. Your whole South Carolina Gamecock fans out there, don't get it twisted. We understand, but in regards to the girls who are just really, really putting up high numbers and doing it right now at this moment, it's these 10 for us. But we definitely understand that South Carolina has. They got 10 starters. Full Wally is a monster. I just love to watch her play. She's like the John Morant of women's basketball.
Oh, definitely like John Morant. And you talking about my girl Dawn Staley. She's put together a program where it doesn't have to be an individual star like Aaliyah Boston was. I mean, she was an exception last year, but now they have they go 10 deep from that bench where they don't need a superstar to carry them, man, because they're so well rounded. I mean, you could put five or six, like you said, anybody, Cardoza in that top 10, but you would be doing them a disservice because they're a team ball club, and that's how Dawn Staley has coached them up to be.
At this moment right now, I can't see anybody beating them. I know when LSU played them, it was a tight game. Yeah. But I just think, first of all, Dawn Staley is an incredible coach. So the X's and O's and all that kind of stuff is there. But then also, they're just deeper than everybody else. Yeah. Everybody else, right? They wear you out, So anyway, that's our top 10. That's our 10, and then we got the 3 on top. And if you like this, hate this, if you think that we are totally crazy, leave a comment. Let us know who you think should be in the top 10 NCAA women's players for 2024.
We're going to catch it, man. We're going to catch it, but hey, Jerry Rice it.